Well, you're struggling at work, having trouble getting on the right path career-wise? Business titans Jack and Susie Welch are going beyond the normal theories and concepts to tackle the real problems and solutions in the modern work world in the new book, The Real Life MBA. By the way, all the proceeds from this book are going to charity, to scholarships. Jack Welch is the former CEO of General Electric. His wife, Susie, they both join us now live. It's great to see you both.
Thank you.
Very nice to see you.
So this is a super interesting book, from what I can tell. You have all kinds of advice. This is what jumped out at me. Be tech current. This is aimed at people thinking about what to do with their lives and about changing careers. Be tech current. Even if you're in your mid-40s, you say, stay in touch with technology.
Absolutely. We're talking here about a chapter on being in purgatory, we call it, when you're stuck in a job.
Ugh.
And you get up every morning, you go in, you see your boss holding you down, or something's happening, you're not getting ahead, you're not having fun, you're not engaged. And these are some tips to get onto a new life and start again.
So often in work, people can't break out of jobs that they're installing.
Totally.
And often what happens with women who have been at home with their kids for a while and then they want to get back into the workforce, and they have spoken to us and said, you know, what's holding me back? Why can't I get a promotion, or why can't I get back on that?
What is the answer?
The part of it is this not being tech current, is that you've let a lot of apps and devices pass you by and you've not kept up. And it's hard because there are so many, you know, who wants to know about Periscope and Meerkat and this device and that device and this app. But you have to if you want to stay in the workforce today. Otherwise, you're just writing your own ticket for just staying the same.
Yes.
So you have to fight to stay tech current.
Are you all convinced that our education system prepares students for the world?
Our education system prepares students to continue going to school.
That's my sense.
You learn how to be good at school. And in fact, what school doesn't teach you is one of the most important things you need to know about work today. School teaches you to do the homework. You're given an assignment, you go home, and you do it, and then you handed it in. But really, in the real world, you're never going to get a job or get ahead that way. You've got to over-deliver. You have to redefine the assignment. You have to make the assignment bigger, and then you have to over-deliver on this bigger assignment you've created. That's actually what you're supposed to do in the real world. School doesn't get close to teaching that.
I totally, absolutely agree with that. You have great advice in this book about interviews. You're saying, look, you should be studying not just for your test, but for your interviews. You interviewed a lot of people at GE. What did you look for in an interview?
Somebody who was curious, who had a passion, who really cared, and who had done the homework about what we were doing. I mean, we tell our kids, you've got to do, this is the biggest test of your life, your interview.
Yeah.
And you've stayed up all night and pulled an all-nighter and drank caffeine and done anything else to stay going. On this, for your job interview, know all about the company, know about the people you're interviewing, know what they're all about. And we're looking for somebody who really is engaged and wants to play on the team.
You know, we have a friend whose daughter was very bright, gone to a good college, couldn't, find a job right off the bat, as is the way today. And she went in for a job interview at a company she really wanted to work at. And she thought, she looked at her resume, she looked at all of her clubs and all of her other experiences, and she goes into the job interview, sits down across from the HR recruiter, and he says to her, "What's our stock price?" She did not get the job. I mean, but you've got to prepare.
Know something about the company.
Know about the company, but you can't believe how often it doesn't happen.
I do believe it. I interview people. Jack and Susie Welch, this is a great book, super interesting, concrete advice. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
And the money goes to charity, so buy a copy.